Hey guys, so it is me and Gary obviously here, and we wanted to run you guys through what we eat in a day. Obviously nutrition is a huge part of our life since...
You probably see a lot of lifting videos from us, but we don't post. It's a lot of the day-to-day eating. You know, nutrition is kind of a full-time job. It really needs to be a dedicated part of your life if you're gonna really attain your goals, whether it be fat loss goals, strength gain goals, muscle gaining goals. Your nutrition's gotta be a big staple of what you do and what you're putting your effort into.
And it really feels like, we really definitely feel that big part of our life, because it feels like we are always cooking or eating, or, you know, washing dishes every second.
Your life revolves around Tupperware.
All we do is wash dishes. There's never not dishes to wash.
Nope.
And that's just how it is. Luckily, we have a good routine where we can work together. Like, he makes the meat and I'll cook the veggies, and we'll kind of swap off. But it is a lot. I mean, the hours a week that we train and the hours a week that we eat or for prepping for eating, it's like, what do you think? It's like even or
no,
more?
Not at all. more eating and prepping.
More eating and prepping and washing dishes. So everyone's always asking us, like, how many calories you eat, blah, blah, blah. And at this time when we did this video, we were both in maintenance. Gary, a little bit of surplus. Right now, I just started a cut, so it's a little bit different than what I'm doing exactly right now. I use the RP Diet app to give me all of my macros, kind of nutrition coach in your pocket. So at the time, I was 155 to 170 grams of protein a day, 65 grams of fat, and 270 grams of carbs. And this is all for like a moderate training day.
And I'm doing a little bit of a caloric surplus right now, just trying to gain a little bit of weight, nothing crazy. I'm looking at a little over 4,700 total calories, 275 grams of protein, 685 grams of carbs, and about 100 grams of fat.
Yeah.
So we'll see it broken down. We'll break down per meal what that all looks like, but you know, as a general overall, that's where we're both sitting.
You might feel really full after this, or hungry.
Or hungry.
If you like chicken and rice.
Hope you enjoy chicken and rice, because we do. We don't, but we eat it all the time.
But we do.
It's basically about making it as tasty as you can so that it's not redundant, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah. If I can do that.
Or this, I guess I could do it.
Alright, today we're going to throw together a little bit of breakfast. We like to do some oatmeal, protein shakes, and I do some eggs and cashews to get my fats up a little bit. Christy kind of just sticks to the oats and protein, a little lower fat on her morning diet with a little bit of cashews thrown into her oatmeal. So we're going to go ahead and get her oatmeal ready to go. And here she does 35 grams of oats. Close enough. The hardest part about oatmeal, make sure it doesn't volcano all over the goddamn microwave. Like a mess. In the meantime, I got my pan heating up for mine. I do my oatmeal. I do a bigger bowl because I'm a bigger boy. I've been cutting down and only going 50 grams of oats lately. There's a little bit of reduction. Sometimes I go 100. Close enough. But I augment my carbs with a little bit of juice.
Oh.
It's nicer to go down. It's easier. Because eating a big giant bowl of oatmeal in the summer just does not work for me. So I'll do half my carbs from oatmeal and half my carbs from juice. It's delicious. Here's that volcano. Watch closely. Watch closely. Monitor this. Any spillover, your breakfast is ruined. Oh no! Oh, it's perfect. It's done. Woo!
So close.
So close.
Close call.
Oh, it's the hottest bowl ever. All right. Now, after you've thoroughly burned your fingers on your breakfast, we like to throw in some cold, frozen fruits on a light dusting, and then 1 ounce of shoes.
Yep, 30 grams.
30 grams of shoes.
It was a little more than that.
You wash that down with 1 scoop of protein. Which is 25 grams of protein for all you kids counting at home. We're chocolate. We're chocolate. Becky, And Christy's breakfast is served.
Aww.
All right, so we're gonna get mine going. Just a little bit of Kerrygold butter in the pan. I'm gonna do 2 eggs. And then I'm gonna augment some of my fats with some cashews as well, as opposed to just doing like 6, 8, 10 eggs or whatever it is. I've done that in the past, and
Get too full?
Just a lot of eggs to eat. So I've been playing with different things to kind of reduce overall food volume while still maintaining caloric volume.
Smart.
So I'm shooting for about 1,000 calories for my breakfast. And sometimes a giant bowl of oats and a big old pile of eggs is not the easiest thing to get down. So this kind of look for ways to reduce some of that food volume. I also have a protein shake. I'm a 2-scoop guy, so 50 grams of whey protein. Big old bag of protein from Costco. Pineapple is the flavor of the week.
Ooh.
I kind of cycle through it. What do I feel like this week? Orange juice, pineapple juice. Today, this week, cran pineapple one. Now, typically, I would also do frozen berries, but somebody ate them all this week. There's a couple different things you can do with your berries. With your oatmeal, I mean. I like some fruity flavor, so instead of frozen berries, I'm just going to go with some jelly. Gets the job done. I about kind of like try to suit my macros what I would have been if I had gone with X number of frozen berries. I try to offset that, and for me, that's going to be about 1 tablespoon of jelly, which is not much.
Innovation.
Let's see what that comes up with. That was 1 tablespoon of jelly. Get ready for some sad oatmeal. So, you can see, not much. I'm also at 1 ounce of cashews to these. So overall food volume, pretty small. So I'll be ready for my next meal in about 3 hours, which is perfect. It's very hot in my mouth.
Excuse me. They're not gonna leave all the meat. But we're having lunch right now. It's been like 3 hours since we had breakfast, and we have everything else spread out. We already had rice and veggies prepared. We did that yesterday. Hey!
This is what we eat every day.
Every day. Like that. Do 2 or 3 days at a time. You always have to make sure that you're not gonna run out of rice, because that's always bad news when you do. But we did run out of meat, so Gary just grilled up both steak and chicken right now. And so we kind of have an option of whether or not we want to eat steak or chicken, especially because these steak tips are really, really lean. We use Piedmontese steak, and it's really easy to fit in your macros because it's so lean. But I want steak right now, so we're gonna eat steak. I'll do Gary's first, because they're nice. But we're gonna have actually the same meal. We do that a lot, sometimes different toppings, but it's a nice big container. And rice is actually both of our favorites source of carbs. A lot of people, either it's like rice or potatoes, but rice is so easy to make. That's why I stick with rice. And you can put so many different things on it. Is that close enough? I like to make everything perfect. And we got zucchini, onion, spinach. What else?
Peppers.
Peppers. I was saying enough. I didn't measure the veggies because, I mean, veggies are like, you never ever know. Obviously, our macros are different. He has a higher body weight and a ton more muscle than me. So my carbs moving to my body weight, or my calories in total, are definitely less. But I still get 110 grams of rice.
Action.
Okay. Let me come over my assistant here real quick. We're gonna tear it. Protein, the most important part. If you got big biceps like Gary, he needs 170 grams worth of steak today.
Which is about 6 ounces.
Which is about 6 ounces. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Leave some for me, jeez. So, oh, this is gonna be perfect. Oh my god, it's so close. You can have a little extra.
Do a little more. Oh, bonus meat.
That bonus. Bonus is okay. So now we're just gonna put on some salsa verde, mild because we don't want to be too spicy. Ugh.
I thought you were strong.
There we go. And these are free. It's only 5 calories. Is that good enough? You think?
That's perfect.
Perfect. And we are going to do a little side of some cashews here. Some shoes, the best nut. For some reason, it's a nut that we always like gravitate to. I think they're delicious. Okay. So we're doing 1 ounce, about 28 grams. Oh man, gotta take away a nut. Oh man, still a little nut. Okay, so that's gonna be a little tasty treat. Now, normally with this meal, avocado would go freaking awesome, but we ate all avocado already this week. So we're just gonna use some cashews because addiction. Let's do my meal. So now I add my protein. I have about, I think like 25 grams worth of protein and do 85 grams of meat. Bowl of mush. I'm gonna add cashews to my meal for a little crunch. That might be a weird combination, but weirder things happen around here. Ninja. Did you get it?
I did not get it. Alright, welcome back to What We Eat in a Day. Today we're at our third meal, which I like to call second lunch because it really does mimic the first lunch very well. We're going to do chicken, rice, veggies, and some kind of fat source. I'm going to do cashews because they're delicious. Christy's going to do butter because it's also delicious. I don't know, I guess she's not feeling like crunching right now. So, she's going to tell me her macros real fast because she didn't So for Christy, she's going to get 125 grams of rice, 85 grams of chicken, some whatever veggies we want because those are just kind of really throw them in here and there, and 14 grams of butter. So I'm good. We like to put these meals together kind of pre-made and have them ready to go whenever it comes time to make a meal. So here we've got a rice we made probably yesterday, chicken made today, veggies made yesterday, the last 2-3 days. Rice goes through a little quicker. The chicken we'll get a couple days out of. When it's time to make another one, we just go to it. Makes putting together meals very easy. Chicken. 85. Come on.
Teriyaki chicken?
Teriyaki chicken. The best chicken. And boom. So, Caribou butter. Our favorite. It's just better. It just tastes better. So, moving forward out of my pre-training meal. It's not much different. I don't do anything crazy for my pre-training meal. I like carbs, I like some fats, and some protein. Basically, my goal is to eat at least an hour before I train because I don't want anything real heavy sitting in my stomach while I'm trying to train. So I go for about 80 grams of carbs, 50, 60 grams of protein, depending on what it is. And then whatever kind of veggies and everything. So for me, it's quick digesting. You're going to get your carbs. You're going to get everything up. And then I have intra-workout carbs to kind of augment that. I don't like doing a real big, heavy pre-workout meal. You can go simple. If you have to eat a little sooner, I would eat probably more rapidly digesting carb. Something to get in there, maybe some more liquidy, more candy-based, some Skittles or anything like that. Really get your blood sugar up and get your glycogen going. But for me, since I eat long enough prior to training, it's not a big deal. Basically, I don't want to be hungry while I train. I want to feel like my body's fueled and basically ready to go. So it's kind of normal food, nothing fancy. Like I said, it pretty much mimics our first lunch exactly, depending on what day I'm doing. This isn't a high carb, low carb day. This is just a medium, regular day for me. So kind of nothing crazy to it. Welcome back. All right, we're going to put together a couple of our intra-workout shakes that we use during training. Basically all carbs. Christy does 30 grams Gatorade, orange. I do 30 grams Gatorade. And then 60 grams of carbs from just a maltodextrin source. Nothing crazy about this one. It just happens to be a lot of powder. And then on top of that, I also do to my favorite little friends. My secret friends. Tell you what, this workout's going tough. I pull out my secret weapon. Nice, stiff, chewy Rice Krispie treat.
Okay, so we just got done training and then we walked the dogs in the back, and so it's definitely time to eat. This is our second to last meal, and it's actually, I'm not gonna show you guys how we make it just because it's pretty much the same thing as last meal, just more carbs and lower fat. We cut out the fat. You guys are gonna be surprised that post-training I eat 80 grams of carbs, so this isn't keto. This is training for athletic performance. So you want a higher carb and lower fat, because fats are actually gonna slow the digestions of carbs. Sometimes you want slower digestion, but right now we need to refuel our muscles so that we can train just as hard tomorrow. So we got more rice, less fat, same amount of protein. We got our veggies and our salsa verde and a little juice.
And welcome back to our final installment of What We Eat in a Day. So this is our final pre-bedtime meal, and probably my favorite meal of the day. It's by far the most delicious and probably easy to digest. We're basically looking for foods that we want to eat, because at the end of the day, end of a long day eating, you gotta have something to look forward to. You want some foods that are gonna digest nice, sit in your belly real happy, and just kind of go in your system real easy. So what I've got 2 slices. We do Dave's Killer Good Seed organic bread, because it's pretty tasty. I do that. I'm gonna do 2 slices, just with some butter and jelly. Real basic, tasty. We're going for a higher carb. A little bit of fat's okay in this meal because we're outside of that post-workout window. But we're still looking for basically a decent carb load. So personally, I'm going about 150 grams of carbs in this meal. Christy's doing about 40. Is that right?
Yep.
40. So I'm doing just butter and jelly on my toast. Real simple. Christy's decided to go something a little more savory tonight and gone knockoff brand Nutella. So we're gonna do that. Bam, bam, bam. Super easy. Super delightful. So, along with mine, I'm gonna have Greek yogurt mixed up with granola.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be basically the source of my protein. There's not much fat. There's 2% milk fat yogurt, so not a high fat load. Mostly carb. A little bit of protein. Easy. So my meal is gonna look like this: granola, yogurt, toast. Christy's got toast with some Nutella and 40 grams of protein in a shake. Easy. We're gonna eat this, kind of hang out for a little while and go to bed. And then tomorrow begins another day of eating most of the same thing.